Hello from Southern Ontario, April 11th here in Canada. So I'm always kind of a little hesitant to go into Albertan politics, the province of Alberta, our westernmost prairie province, because I don't reside there, don't pay taxes provincially there, and don't, of course, vote in the provincial elections there. But they are having a provincial election next month. Now, the premier now is a woman named Danielle Smith, who I am a big fan of because she's very outspoken against Trudeau's tyrannical dictatorship. My words, not hers. And has stated openly as well, what is the WEF doing anywhere in Canada, and certainly in what she considers her province, rightly so. Now, a little background here. During the scamma panda, you know what I mean? Sorry, just wondering what's going on the road there. The panda scamma, a lot of people were charged with some ridiculous stuff in Alberta, at the Coots Alberta crossing, for example. And when she was running for party leader, she said she would look into some of these kind of ridiculous charges. She would look into the matter. She didn't say, I will have everybody, charges dropped. She said, I just think a lot of people were charged with some ridiculous stuff. Again, I'm not quoting her. And I'd like to, look into that matter. So then she had a conversation with Pastor Arthur Pulowski, I believe is his name, who's quite a high-profile fellow in Alberta. And he was charged with a couple of charges. I don't know what those charges were, but one of them was for handing out food to the homeless on the streets in Calgary, I believe, when he was supposed to be locked down. You remember? Yeah, the panda scam again. So she had a conversation with him on the phone, which was recorded and then put on social media, where she's talking to him, and she said, well, I'm sympathetic to your plight, but I'm not like a governor in the States where I can have my say. I've consulted legal advisement, and I cannot instruct the prosecuting Crown attorney, in your case, Arthur, or in any cases. And in fact, she said, I don't think I should have that power. And I'm glad I don't. I don't think anyone in my position should have. But, legal advisement tells me I don't have this power, and so there's very little influence I can do. I'm sympathetic to your and similar people's plights. There's nothing I can do. So the CBC here in Canada, that's our literally government-owned and funded propaganda department, put out a headline that said, she has interfered with the legal process. She's given them till the end of this month to retract that statement, or she's going to charge them with slander, I guess, because it's an outright lie. And so, anyways, back to the election next month. Her main opposition is the NDP. Well, they're wanting her investigated for interfering. There was no interference. What do they want investigated? But I think the NDP is growing a bit desperate. It should be pointed out, the leader of the NDP party, who would become the premier, good grief, should they be voted in, has said that she thinks, and should she be voted back in, that they're going to go door to door to convince people to take it. That'd be reason enough for me not to vote for her. They're also anti-oil and gas. And one of their, I should point out, the NDP party is unique in that provincial NDP is one and the same as the federal NDP. Whereas the other parties, you might have a Liberal Party, and we do here in Ontario. We might have a Conservative Party here in Ontario. They're not related to the federal Liberals and Conservatives. A lot of Canadians don't understand this. But it's part of the NDP party's mandate, platform, whatever you want to call it. It's written right in there that, well, in essence, a vote for Alberta NDP is a vote for Jagmeet Singh, federal leader of the NDP federal party, which is, of course, a vote for Justin Trudeau. I should point out, and I've mentioned it in other comments, Rachel Notley's husband, something Arab is his last name, A-R-A-B. He's a big guy in the CUPE, CUPE. Oh, my mind goes blank. Union. So, and there's a conflict of interest there, but there's nothing illegal about it. But a lot of the civil servants and stuff are CUPE members, and if you go to the CUPE site, I've pointed this out before, to their website, you see anti-Danielle Smith, pro-Rachel Notley. Yeah, it's pretty ugly. But I think the NDP's desperate. But my point is, in summation, I know I've been rambling here. I think if Alberta, the province of, votes Notley in the NDP, this would be about the straw that breaks this country's back. Whereas if Danielle Smith gets in, my opinion only my opinion, whatever, it shows strong leadership against the WEF, and by extension the government of Trudeau, for we know he's a young global leaders graduate and just a minion of the WEF. So I think a lot hinges on this Alberta election. It goes beyond the province, although that's my opinion.